Hello everyone, my name is Pixlriffs and welcome back to Decidedly Vanilla. This is episode 15 and we're here at Spawn at the green stuff shop, and you might be wondering, Pix, wait. There is some time travel shenanigans happening here because when you showed us this shop at the end of the last episode, it was done, and you are right, gentle viewers, it was. But I have a feeling we're going to have so much fun building this shop that I'm actually going to show you the process. I kind of wanted to make a full episode out of it because I got some plans. I got me some plans about this place, and we're going to show off a whole heap of merchandise here and look at all of the wonderful care and attention that has gone into making this place. But they've only made it 3 wide by 6 long. 7 long. I can count, I swear. And 3 by 7 is not nearly enough to showcase all of the green things it is possible to get in Minecraft. So, to that end, we are going to be working on a more complicated shop than the one you see here. And it's not quite going to be stealing Nash's thunder when it comes to this stuff, because the redstone trickery is all very, very cool. But I feel like we've got a few tricks of our own up our sleeves. I reckon we can do something pretty interesting with all of this. So give me a few minutes and I think I'll come up with something pretty good. So what is the most useful thing we're going to be selling in our green stuff shop? That's right, slime. Slime is definitely going to be the most important thing, right? We've got slime balls, slime blocks. We have so much slime. Oh my gosh, you guys. I mean, there's not much in those chests because it hasn't transferred over, but we have slime for days. I've even been stockpiling all of the slime in this chest here, and we have a whole lot of blocks. I'm thinking, by the way, a diamond per stack and then 8 diamonds per 64 slime blocks, because then that means you're paying... Wait a minute, have I got that right? Yes, I have got that right. You're paying for basically 9 stacks of slime balls. So you get a bit of a discount if you buy it in bulk. You get 8 diamonds for a stack of slime blocks. And a stack of slime blocks will get you a long way. That's a lot of sticky pistons. That's a lot of redstone contraptions. That's a whole lot of leads. And I think that's going to be pretty crucial to our operation here. By the way, still haven't finished the slime farm. It's still not 100% functional, but I don't care at this point because I have enough slime to last me for the rest of the server as far as I'm concerned, unless anything terrible happens. But we do want to fix this whole place up at some point. I'm just halfway through decorating it and I got distracted by other things. It was taking too long. Anyway, back to the shop. So when it comes to the actual stock of the shop, slime is definitely going to be one of the heavy hitters. In fact, I would go so far as to assume this is definitely going to be the best seller. But we can also encourage people to buy this by demonstrating its usefulness. And so what I'm thinking is maybe we include it in an entrance to the shop. Now, there is a lot of depth below here. It is a long way down, and thankfully, Nash's shop is just through the wall there. It doesn't really intrude too much on the space that we have underneath here. So as long as the person next to me doesn't also plan to make their shop completely underground, then hopefully we should be onto a winner here. I need to ender pearl to get out of this place, and I've left them in a chest somewhere. But I think what we can do is make like a slime drop sort of thing that that kind of is... They almost slot themselves into this little section in the middle of the shop here. Maybe we can have a little bit of green stuff around the outside for people who don't want the full experience, but I think what we're going to do is dig a pit down here that people can drop themselves into, and then the rest of the shop will be there, and the slime will make sure that they have a nice, secure fall, as long as they don't hold crouch, in which case they'll just take a ton of fall damage. Dolphin break, because these things are just adorably programmed. So I think what we're working with here is going to be a mixture of green concrete, probably a bit of lime concrete mixed in, but it's really bright. So maybe if we can get some lime terracotta instead, that'll work better. I want to have some stripped birch in there because it always looks beautiful next to the green. We'll have lime glass and maybe some stuff like sticky pistons dotted around here and there. Obviously, the slime blocks are going to be a key factor. And spruce wood, because spruce wood logs also look really great next to this. And to be honest, if we don't have the log texture, it's not going to look that bad against the birch. What if... what if... when they drop into this thing, instead of like cushioning your fall, maybe we do cushion their fall with slime blocks, but then the slime blocks like bounce them to somewhere else. Oh, that could be fun. That's going to take a lot of work, though. But it might be worth it. Yeah, I think we're going to have to give that a go. It'll certainly mean we have to dry out less of this. Because, to be honest, like, unwaterlogging this is going to be the bulk of this job anyway. So, yeah, we'll cut the shop off where the actual boundary of the wall is. So it'll be like there. And if we keep the shop fairly small in here and just have a slime block kind of bouncing mechanism that sends them out that way, or should we go this way? Oh, actually, I don't know. I think there might be some stuff over here. Best not mess with that. I want this to be a shop that messes with people's expectations, though. So we'd better at least make it look like there's only a slime block fall into, like a 3x3 slime pad. So they aim for that, and then the timing's going to be really tricky to work out. But if they aim for that and it bounces on something, maybe there's a tripwire across it or something that triggers something that bounces them out that way. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to do this, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best. Now, this is going to be tricky because if you've got a crash pad of this size, which you'll probably need so that people won't be like worried about taking full damage down here, then you need them to stand in a very specific place so that Slimebox can punch them out that way. I kind of think maybe it's going to need to be like player activated, because then like there'll be a slime block on the wall here. They look really awful underwater, by the way. They've always got like flowing water texture on the sides. But yeah, they're going to need to actually walk over here and be like, oh, now I press this, and then they get kind of rocketed through there, which is going to mean maybe installing some kind of piston door in here or something. This is getting more and more elaborate as I go. I feel like I might be biting off more than I can chew here, but I think we can make it work. We may even be about to make a sale while the shop is under construction. Nash was just like, hey, do you have some slime balls I can buy? BJW already owes me money for this stuff. Oh, we're going to make so much. Yeah, we're going to make a killing. I really hope so as well, because like I said, 17 diamonds is basically all I've got left to my name at this point. So here's hoping, guys. Here's hoping. But I think Nash should be on her way any minute now. I'm quite glad that I've not got further along with the construction of this, so it's not really obvious what I'm doing yet. But I'm just trying to wall off this area down here so I can clear it out with sponges. I'm using basically any material I've got to hand at this point. So the sand is going in here. The sponges, I think, are still back at my base, so I might still have to go and grab some of those. I'm probably going to do a bit more of this off camera. I realize I am cutting around a whole lot here, so maybe to give myself a little bit less work to do, I might end up making this stuff off camera, testing out the redstone timings, and then letting you guys know when we've got the redstone mechanism set up. There she is. There she is. Here we go, the shulker box of wonders. Oh, you just want just the one stack of slime balls. Here we go. All yours. Enjoy. There we go. Thanks for the diamonds. Shop is under construction. So I think I've kind of got the timings down now. It's gonna be a little tricky. It's gonna be a little tricky to convince people to walk into this the right way and then not hold shift or space so that they land on the slime block, but right now, this kind of punch pad actually pushes them out through this hole here. So it's consistent at this point. It remains to be seen whether or not this will be consistent when there are more people on the server and things get a little bit laggy. But with just the three of us here right now, it seems to be working out pretty well. So yeah, on to phase 2, I guess. Oh, and if you're wondering why I suddenly have 8 levels, I got killed by a zombie. It turns out when you're not on a mushroom island, you can't just AFK anywhere. You've got to protect yourself. So, yeah, that's my bad, I guess. Phase 2 is actually digging out the premises for the shop. We are down here pretty low. I've actually dropped people to about Y24, and there's just going to be a bubble column or something where they can get back up nice and easy, but this down here is going to be the main area where the shop is going to be. Now, you might hear some zombie noise in the background, and that is because digging around here, I found myself an abandoned mineshaft and have been slowly making my way through it, taking out anything I dare to. Obviously, there's quite a lot going on down here, including a cave spider spawner just around the corner here, so I'm doing my best to clear this out. I might actually grab a few cobwebs if I can. We've got a minecart chest with a bunch of fun stuff in it. And yeah, I kind of want to use some of this as a stock room, potentially. But yeah, I think I might end up just cordoning this whole area off and leaving it be. I don't think we really need the cave spider spawner, so I might even end up destroying that. I know it's sacrilege to destroy spawners, but let's face it, we don't really have any use for it. I'm pretty sure Fwip has a triple cave spider spawner somewhere, and I just destroyed the minecart chest. Oh my goodness, it's bedlam down here, folks. So yeah, we'll do our best to cope with what's going on here. We'll try and grab that chest. There we go, perfect. Nailed it first time. And we'll pop that down there and use that to store all of this fairly useless stuff, or at least useless to us right now. Oh, not good, not good. I've stumbled into the nest. They were all hiding up by the ceiling. Oh gosh, help. Oh dear. In fact, you know what? Yeah, this thing is going away. This thing is going away. And you're going away as well. Time for a progress update. We've got a fair amount done here, and oh boy, it's taking a while. It always does take a while to dig out these large areas when we don't have a beacon, and I attempted to get a beacon on a recent live stream, but killing wither skeletons with not really any kind of setup with a farm or anything is tricky, because they're not all that common, even in large-scale nether fortresses. So we are doing all of this by hand, and it's taking a fair while. But look at all of this. I'm so happy with how this is coming together so far. I love the green next to the spruce wood and the birch wood. I think we picked a really decent color palette. And I figured what I would do is around here we would start to display some of the merchandise. So we've got the slime blocks piled up around these two shulker boxes, which are where we're going to be selling the bulk of the slime. Probably have blocks in one and balls in another or something like that. We've got the lime terracotta, some of which I might actually end up taking with me just so we can have maybe something in the chest to tell people the value. I've also been thinking about putting item frames on the ground in front of these that have like name tagged items in for the values or something like that. But then the glazed terracotta, once it's all finished smelting up, is going to go in these chests. And then over here, we're going to have a couple of other green items. We're going to have leaves in double chests over here. And I think a few other things are going to figure into this. We've also got this wonderful slime pad, which not only cushions people's fall when they get ejected into this bit where they come down here, but it also provides a nice little redstone contraption to push them up to the second floor as long as it activates correctly, and I'm kind of had a practice with this already, so there we go. The second floor is still going to be a work in progress. I haven't figured out what we're going to be selling in here, if it's going to be like only commissions or something end up on the second floor, or what happens, I'm not certain, but I figure we'll get to that as we come to it, and it's going to be important to just get the shop open, keep people intrigued, and then maybe people can suggest, hey, why don't you sell some specific green stuff up here, and we can expand the shop out, because there's a little bit of room up there before we hit the water. As you can see, some water is coming in from the ceiling up there. Now, hopefully we can make the whole thing work. And this central section also leads to the exit, which actually has 3 different ways of getting in. This one here, this one at the side by the slime pad, but that's a little bit of a pain to get to because it means you have to kind of crawl over the slime blocks because you don't move very fast when you're on top of them. And then this one here, and any of one of those will allow you to step into the bubble column, takes you right back up to the surface. Now, you might be wondering why I have these slabs in front of here. It's because I'm mortified of the idea that the water is going to leak out here at some point if somebody accidentally destroys the pressure plate or something like that, and then all of this concrete powder, which is lovely, I really like it as a floor, it's going to convert it into regular concrete, which isn't going to look as nice. So alternatively, I guess I could put grass in here, because grass has quite a similar texture, but I think it's going to be nice to have this nice light concrete here, especially considering that I don't know if I have any on me, actually. There's a couple of blocks of grass here. It's not going to be the same color because we're in an ocean biome, although it's not terrible. It's just got a touch of blue to it that I think is going to be kind of nicer to have the concrete powder here, that nice lime green. So I'm going to keep working on this because there's still a lot more to do. I think we'll probably have another progress update when this place is all finished and we're ready to have our grand opening. And I think with that, we're almost done. This place is looking pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. I really like it. I do want to get a couple more leaves around the ceiling here just to conceal the joins between the logs here and the concrete platforms above, but yeah, I think this place is looking real great. We've got a whole bunch of chests in here, some of which do not actually have contents quite yet, but I'm definitely going to get to that in the near future. So over here we have Slime Corner. This is where you're going to find the slime blocks, which are all 8 diamonds per stack, and the slime balls, which are 1 diamond per stack. So if you end up buying a stack of slime blocks, you get 9 stacks of slime balls out of that. So it's basically like a kind of bulk discount on the slime blocks compared to the slime balls. But considering the amount of work that went into the slime farm and the amount of work that still has to be put into the slime farm, actually, I figured it was worth pricing them somewhat high. Likewise, the terracotta, because right now I don't have a beacon, I don't have a way of insta-mining anything, and you do have to dye all of the terracottas, so I figured a diamond per stack was fairly reasonable. Same with the glazed terracotta, which I haven't actually renamed the item in an anvil, so it shows up, but I've got a bit of that on sale, and there's some more cooking up back at my my base, so hopefully people will find some use of that. To be honest, right, I think the green terracotta the green glazed terracotta as opposed to the lime one. That's actually one of my favorite of the terracotta blocks. It's actually really nice looking, especially when you pair it with the light grey one. I think it's the one that's got the sort of more rounded patterns in it. We got some more edible sort of stuff over here. We got kelp blocks, sugarcane, melons, and I guess grass blocks aren't really all that edible, but I figured it was worth selling them because I've got a lot of them. So yeah, those are all, I think, 1 diamond per stack again. Sugarcane might be a little bit less expensive. It's 1 diamond per 2 stacks because there's a lot of that growing at my base right now. Kelp blocks are an interesting one. I'm not certain if these are going to sell particularly well because kelp is pretty easy to get hold of, but then again, who knows? People might like having it in block form already with all of the smelting and blocking up done for them. Leaves are going to be over here, and they're going to be 1 diamond for 4 stacks because they're nice and easy to obtain. All it takes is a pair of shears and a bit of time. I do not have all of the leaves yet because I haven't been farming dark oak and acacia leaves. I also do not have any jungle leaves in stock right now, but I'll be getting them in stock. I've got the saplings. It's, again, just a matter of putting in the effort. I'm going to skip over this section for a minute. We've got dyes in here, which I'll be adding to as I cook up some more cactus. Likewise, the concrete chest here and the concrete powder chests are looking a little bit sad right now, but again, I can just get some of that off camera. That's not a huge problem. This is the everyday blocks wall, basically. So we've got concrete powder, we've got glass up in here. Again, need to add some green stained glass to that. We're also going to have wool, and there's probably some other stuff we can put in here that I'm not 100% sure what it is right now. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember, so I'll have to take a look and see what I can find. But yeah, anything else kind of green and blocky and easy to acquire can probably go in this chest over here. Last of all, on this section, we have some experimental stock, which includes all of the Zloy XP heads for 1 diamond each, because I figured I had a bunch of them and I wasn't going to do anything with them, so why not? Interesting item for collectors there. I haven't got anything in this one. I was thinking about selling just regular kelp, 1 diamond for 4 stacks, much in the same way that you can get a lot of sugarcane for your diamonds, and I'm going to probably sell some seagrass here as well. But with these, I don't know if Mythical Sausage is selling them in the coral shop, because he was definitely selling lily pads and stuff in there, so it might be necessary to take some of this stock off the shelves if somebody else already has that covered and for a cheaper price. Now, this section here is my favorite part of this whole store, really, because this is going to be, for a start, the Emerald Ore Exchange, which is something I did on the last server, if you guys may remember that. Basically, 4 emeralds now for 1 ore block. So the idea here is that you can farm emeralds just by trading with villagers, but you can't get emerald ore any other way than silk touching it. And I've seen a lot of people dig up emerald ore when they find it. They fortune it so they can get a few emeralds to start themselves off. It's really not necessary. To be honest, like, if you trade with villagers, you can get an infinite supply of emeralds. You can get enough to make a full beacon's worth of emerald blocks and beyond. But emerald ore is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So I like to collect emerald ore. It's one of my favorite blocks in the game. So I'm offering the maximum amount of emeralds you could get to fortune it for people to silk touch it and exchange it here. It's pretty much a no-brainer. If you want 4 emeralds for every single emerald ore block that you find, come down here and trade them in this shulker box. The other thing here is the request chest. So this is something that I wanted to put in just in case anybody has an interesting order that cannot be fulfilled by what is here in the shop. For example, if there is some sort of block or whatever that we don't sell here, or they want more than the items here can allow. So if they want like an absolute ton of slime blocks for something, maybe you've got a big decorative project on the go and you buy out the entire stock of slime blocks and it's not enough, you can request it here. This might also be an opportunity for people to request mobs, like, for example, if you want a creeper, because that is technically a green thing. Obviously, it's going to cost you a lot because there is danger money involved. A charged creeper even more so, but we might get to that in Quill. Don't sign the book because I want to be able to reuse these, but hey, I've got a lot of ink these fairly regularly just in case anybody has any requests, but obviously notify me on Discord as well if you want me to entirety. A nice open space, plenty of room for expansion. I might put a couple more decorations around here where the floor is feeling a little bit flat, but I'm hoping this whole area is pretty well lit up. I've done a work in progress. There is nothing up here as yet, and it's still looking a little bit rough around the edges, but it should be coming soon. The last little touch I want to do before we end today's video is if you come up here, this is still a giant stone obelisk of doom. It's not really doing a whole lot for me right now, so I'm going to do a little bit of terraforming work here. We're going to keep the bubble column here where it is, but I do want to just terraform this into like a more natural rock formation that's going to fit snugly between these 2 pillars on the side of Mythical Sausage's wonderful villa, and hopefully that will look a little bit more a little bit more satisfactory than what it is now. So I'm going to get done with that, and then we're going to finish up today's episode. And I think all in all, that is not too bad. So there's a couple of other bubble columns in here, but people are going to come out of that one once they're done shopping here. I do want to bring a bucket of water around to tidy up these areas where there's still a couple of flowing water sections there, but that's not too bad overall, and it makes for a great exit to our shop. So that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the shop coming together. Thank you so much for watching Decidedly Vanilla. My name has been Pixlriffs. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the episode. Subscribe if you want to see more. Check out the latest episode of my podcast linked in the description, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.